Missouri's top attorney is answering some straightforward questions from viewers tonight. In a one-on-one interview, we asked about our exclusive On Your Side investigations and the consumers waiting for justice and their money. Ashley Reynolds has the story you'll only see here.
Since appointed, Attorney General Andrew Bailey has made his opinions, positions, and federal lawsuits well known. No matter what you think politically, the job of the state attorney general is to protect consumers. Following our investigations, his office has filed several lawsuits against contractors and businesses, but many of those cases are still not closed, leaving customers asking, where's the justice?
These are real people that have been victimized by predatory, unscrupulous business practices, and we're not going to let that happen.
It really hurts. Makes me pretty angry.
It's always something, will come out later. It's always a later date.
You might remember this story back in August of 21.
I was very upset.
These are customers of Overland Roof Exchange and Midwest Roofing Commercial and Residential. They paid thousands and say no work was done. This guy, Glenn Jessen, was in charge.
We really sincerely want to make sure our customers are taken care of.
Before coming to Missouri, Jessen worked in Colorado. The AG sued him there for not doing roof repairs for nearly 500 customers and won a $6.5 million judgment.
I started paying some of it, but it was just, it's a ridiculous amount. I can't pay that.
A lot of people hearing you say that would say, then you ran from the state.
I didn't run from the state. I lived in the state for quite a while. These people need to be taken care of. And you can make this sound or look however you want. Obviously, you have that ability. But I'm looking you in the eye and telling you, I'm not trying to run from things. I'm not trying to screw people over.
After this story aired, the Missouri Attorney General filed 24 felony charges against Jessen for deceptive business practices. That was months ago. Now there's a no bond warrant for his arrest.
What are you doing to try to track him down?
We will use every means at our disposal within the law to track down him or any other wrongdoing and hold them accountable.
When you see him say that...
I'm not trying to run from things.
And you can't find him now. I mean, and you guys have attempted service, and I hear that Colorado cops went over there.
Yeah, flight is consciousness of guilt and is probative evidence in our quest for justice.
Beautiful. I can go on your waistband.
Up next, Jerry Shane Fellers with Build Tech Structures in the summer of 2021.
It's not a scam.
He was paid thousands to build pole barns. Customers tell us he either did not do the work or what they got was shoddy.
You can't even hang a door there because the posts they're still not straight.
After this story, the Missouri Attorney General filed felony charges. Fellers is now inmate 694230 in an Oklahoma prison. You see, he was on probation for similar charges there when he started his business in Bolivar. He violated his probation in Oklahoma and was sentenced to 10 years behind bars. Right now, his case in Missouri is pending.
Why was he allowed to operate in Missouri? Should Missouri have contractors required to have some sort of licensing where a criminal offense from a prior state would show up?
Yeah, I think that, it's up to the General Assembly to determine whether or not we need a more robust consumer protection in the form of some kind of registry. Certainly, the Attorney General's office supports ensuring that these consumers are protected from repeat offenders.
I mean, I'm working every day to take care of them. I worked till 9:30 last night. I worked on Memorial Day, so I'm not on no beach anywhere. I'm actually working.
I don't need the stuff that's haunted me and has caused me so much problems the last 10 years.
In both instances, you've got defendants who are more concerned about themselves than their victims.
Then there's the solar panel company, Pink Energy. Customers paid thousands for panels that don't work.
This was the worst financial decision I have made in my entire life.
The Attorney General filed a lawsuit last fall. Then the company filed for bankruptcy.
Can you do much since the company filed for bankruptcy?
It becomes challenging when you've got, a predatory business that goes out of business and has no assets. It becomes almost impossible for us to obtain restitution for victims. Doesn't mean we don't still seek justice. It just means that the form of justice that the system can deliver is different.
I mean, you have to wait, right? I mean, it's at a standstill.
Yeah, you do. And in bankruptcy court, the court determines the pace of repayment based on where you are in line, and that's controlled by federal courts.
It's also a waiting game for Love Our Roof customers. You might recall when this Springfield location suddenly closed its doors in 2021. Customers paid thousands and got nothing. The Attorney General filed this civil lawsuit nearly 2 years ago, and still, court records show one of the owners has not been served.
I think there's a lot of people who would like to see some sort of movement or some sort of action. Our hands are tied if the AG isn't doing anything.
Customers in this Facebook group are asking if time is running out.
Should consumers be concerned about how long this has taken in regard to any statute of limitations?
Yeah, well, when a suit is filed, that tolls the statute of limitations. So, at the end of the day, the judicial process only moves as fast as the court allows it to move.
Bailey was quick to point out his office is getting results for consumers.
We've also obtained more than $14 million in judgments against wrongdoers for the state of Missouri. Those are punitive in nature and support taxpayers at large, but restorative justice is an important component of the work we do at the Attorney General's office.
Just because there's a judgment does not mean customers get refunds right away. I told Bailey of at least 2 cases where customers tell us they have not got their money back yet.
What do you want to say to those people?
We'll continue fighting for you. At the end of the day, our ability to obtain restitution is on some level dependent upon the wrongdoer having assets we can go after. You covering these types of stories is critical to the protection, the safety, the welfare of Missouri consumers, so they know not only what bad actors look like and the patterns of behavior they can see in the marketplace, but also where they can obtain assistance.
In those closed cases with ordered restitution for customers, the Attorney General's office also asked the judge and succeeded in banning those contractors from operating a business in the Show Me state. For On Your Side, I'm Ashley Reynolds.